Hello everybody, Slim Kirby here and welcome back to more Let's Play Advance Wars 2 Black Hole Rising. Black Hole is rising, and they're back. And Andy kicked their butts at this little part of the continent right here. But we're going to move on to the second mission, where we'll be using Sami this time. Black Hole is closing in. Can I hold the bridge? Well, we're sure going to find out. You can also take a look at the map if you press the R button. See another very short level. This is not going to take very much time. But anyway, let's go ahead and start this. Lord Flak, Orange Star forces sighted on the opposite shore.
What? Is that all they got?
Huh. Send out the tanks. Tanks are powerful, and they move far. Tanks are the best. Orange Star COs, ha! I will crush them. Crush them all. Yeah, we'll see about that, dude. We'll see about that. Mission number 2. Order Skirmish. Commander, enemy troops have been spotted on the far side of the river. Are you sure? Here? In this rural area? What are your orders, ma'am? Should we cease ops and attack? That's affirmative, soldier. We can't allow the enemy a foothold in this deep in the Orange Star territory. Good assessment, Sami. That's the tactical sense I expect from a Special Forces commander. Now, what are you doing here? Tracking down the COs who are invaded Orange Star, of course. Sami, can I trust you to take care of the situation? Yes, ma'am. But if you had some advice you could offer, I'd feel much more confident. I'd be happy to, Sami. Okay, troops, let's move out. Okay, and oh, we're not done yet. Lord Flak, our infantry has reported finding Orange Star properties.
What?
Enemy cities. Capturing bases is grunt work. But I was told we needed cash to fund the invasion. Listen up. If it ain't nailed down, steal it. Now, cities, bases, or whatever, they all got capture numbers of 20. Any infantry with an HP of 10 can reduce the capture number by 10. So that means you can secure a property in 2 days. If you move or get taken out while capturing, you gotta start over again. You got that? Well then get moving. Black Hole needs cash. So yes, Black Hole has been obsessed with money apparently. And as you can see, we have an HQ here in this level. We also have properties, and we have properties we can actually capture too. And Sami's special abilities is actually capturing properties. But we're going to be talking about that more later. For now though, once again, either got to capture the enemy HQ, or take out all the enemy units, much like last time. And also, cities also offer a pretty good defensive bonus when it comes to taking out other units, so use those cities whenever you can. Anyway, we have some units to talk about. First we have the mech. The mech is a more powerful version of an infantry, and it's also equipped to take out tanks, or at least they're better equipped for fighting tanks at least. Mechs will usually do good against a first attack with a tank, and receiving a blow and a counterattack, they won't do as well, but they can still get some good damage on, better than an infantry for sure. So yeah, they're a lot better than infantry. The only downside to mechs is that they only move 2 spaces as opposed to 3, so makes them a little harder to traverse, but they do have a little more power too, so yeah, as you can see, you can do 71% damage right here. See, that was pretty good. Next, we have tanks. Tanks are the standard vehicle unit. They're very powerful. They can pretty much take out any ground unit, aside from stronger variations of tank, which we'll be seeing later. And they're pretty good. They're taking out, you know, infantry and mechs, and also any kind of support units as well. So, we're going to go ahead and do just that. We're going to take out this tank with our tank. And also, if we have a chance to kill an enemy unit in a turn, the enemy will not be able to counterattack at all, so that's why the tank didn't take any damage right there. And yes, we're going to go ahead and capture. I kind of talked about capturing cities already, but basically, yeah, every city has a capture rate of 20, and based on your unit's HP, you'll take out that amount of HP from the city, And once you deplete that number to 0, you'll get the city for your own. And having a city will add funds every turn. Every property is worth 1,000 funds. And with those funds, you can heal units and also purchase units. However, there are no bases here, so we can't exactly purchase units yet. But that's the basic idea anyway. And as you can see, this city was actually reduced to 5 as opposed to 10. That is because Sami has a special ability that allows her to capture plus 50% extra from a captured city. So she has a 150% capture rate. So that's why she took out 15 as opposed to 10. So yeah, like Nell said, having properties is never a bad thing, so always make sure you have properties with you, because it's going to help. It really will. And finally, we have an artillery unit. Artillery units are indirect units. They can only attack indirectly and not from adjacent squares. And not only that, they cannot counterattack either. You can only use indirects to attack, but never will they be able to counterattack. And another thing about them is you cannot move and then attack. In order for an indirect unit to attack, they have to stay in the same square that they start the turn with. Because if you move an artillery unit, obviously you'll have to take some time to readjust your aim and everything. So that's kind of the explanation they give for why you can't move and attack with artillery. And artillery, at least most artillery, have a range of 2 to 3 spaces. But only 2 to 3 spaces. They can't attack 1, they can't attack 4. There are a few COs that have that number altered just a little bit, but we'll get into those numbers later. For now, let's go ahead and move the artillery right here, and then end our turn. So yes, he's going to try to capture that city. He will be able to succeed, but that's about it. Honestly, we're better equipped than he is right now. Okay, so as you can see, Flak actually has 2 tanks as opposed to our 1 tank. However, we still have the advantage. So I'm not worried in the slightest bit. And yeah, she's talking about terrain stars, which I kind of covered in the last video. Basically, the more stars there are, the better the terrain is for cover and the bigger defensive boost you'll have. And yeah, that's about it for her lesson, thank God. Now we can actually focus on this mission. So let's go ahead and move our units into position. The tanks can't quite reach us, so we're good there. Which means, next turn, we'll actually be able to do some damage with our artillery, which I'm actually looking forward to. I'm just going to move my tank right here. And yeah, let's end turn. So yeah, Flak is going to make a major mistake right here. He's going to move both of his tanks into basically our range, so we can easily take on this guy with very, very little issue. Going to use our artillery to weaken this tank unit. Then we're going to use the mech to destroy the tank. Finally, just for fun, we're going to use this tank to weaken the other tank. Now, unfortunately, Sami's tank units aren't as strong as other tank units in the game, so that's why the damage was a lot closer than what it would normally be. But that's okay, that's okay. We still have the upper hand, so to speak, so I'm not too worried about this. So let us continue. I have a feeling, yep, he's going to attack us again. And now it's about even. But our mech should be able to finish this off, no problem. Hell, not even the mech, even the artillery and Yeah, we have a bunch of different options, basically. But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and weaken you for now. Knock you down to 2 HP. Going to use the tank to finish off this guy. And then we're going to use the mech to finish off the tank. And with that, our path forward is actually marked, and we can actually do something with our APC and our infantry. We can move this forward, and we can start capturing next turn. So yeah, have a really good plan right here. That infantry, though, is dead, definitely. That infantry made the biggest mistake of its life, coming into contact with me. And, yeah, I guess I'll go ahead and finish you off with that. And if we wanted to, we could go ahead and annihilate this APC. It's not going to be able to attack, it's just going to run away for the rest of the mission. But instead, we're just going to go for the capture here. Because I have a feeling it'll take longer to capture as opposed to, or it'll take longer to defeat all the enemy units as opposed to capturing. So we're going to focus just on capturing here. Although we can do some damage to the APC before we finish up. Actually, it may be able to defeat all the enemy units, too. Got knocked down to 2. It all depends on this tank. Which, yep, okay, well, looks like we did finish this battle by routing the enemy units. I didn't think we'd have enough firepower to do that, but we did.
Errr, not bad for a girl.
You're the Black Hole, CO? You're just a thug. Who do you think?
Yup, shut your trap. I'm leaving for now. Next time, I'll put you in your place.
Hey! He escaped, and he was rude, too. Oh, that makes me so angry. If I get the chance, I'm gonna run him down. I'm glad we can depend on you, Sami. And yay, victory! Victory for Orange Star once again. And yes, we have another perfect score. Hell, did we do that mission faster than the first one? No, we had 6 days, okay. For a minute, I thought that we did it faster than the first one, but I guess not. 1 day longer, but still, I feel like the turns went a little faster. Just because there was not so much explaining. But anyway, that's going to do it for this mission and this video. I'll see you guys next time for when we take on the next Orange Star mission with the last Orange Star CO that we haven't seen yet. So, yeah, hope you guys enjoyed. See you guys next time. Later, folks.